I'm going to just conclude the proceedings with a couple of thoughts. The first thing is that while the sentiments of all of the generals here are absolutely correct and accurate, as somebody who moved to the state of Israel and who did so in no small part, because of the unabated growing anti-Semitism that is sweeping the continent of Europe and certainly into the United Kingdom, the country of my birth, and the country in which I grew up. I'm sure a great many in this room are deeply appreciative and never lamenting of the fact that there are those able to defend the country of my birthright, the state of Israel, who've done so ably, and whose children are doing so ably. And I can tell you that all of our people in the diaspora and within the borders of the state of Israel are deeply, deeply indebted to all of you and those that you send forward in your good name. So that's the first thing. We appreciate it. The second thing that I wanted to say is I think it's very, very important that as the conversation continues, first of all, any one of these individuals on the stage is happy to give you their business card. Okay? Forward your questions. Do not let the conversation drop when you depart from this discussion today. Keep the conversation alive. I can assure you that we will be back. You will be hearing about this more, because this is a proposition that emanates from the state of Israel, and the state of Israel exists so that the Jewish people have a voice in their own future. So there's nothing more appropriate than the people of Israel putting forth an idea that they believe serves the interests of the peoples in the area and in the region. If not for that, I don't know what it's for. Do stay in touch. The final thing that I wanted to say is this. As you turn this over and as you take the pamphlets, please do take the pamphlets and the books with you. Know that they are only a starting point for the conversation. But know this, anybody who continues to endorse the two-state solution, I think has to be made to answer the following questions. Question number one would be, the two-state solution, is there evidence-proof precedent that it can be implemented and succeed, or does the evidence point to the very contrary? That's question number one. Question number two, is it practicable, meaning quite simply, geographically, can it be done? Or is the answer to that other than a yes? Question number three, if the two-state solution is implemented and does not meet with success, even if implemented with the best of intention at its core, but does not meet with success, would you be willing yourselves to live with the potential outcome of that failure? Or is that something that is readily reserved exclusively for the people of Israel and the residents of the state of Israel and the citizens of the state of Israel? Question number four, the penultimate question, if the two-state solution is implemented and it meets not with success but with failure, would you be willing, and not you, but I say the international community, of course, would the international community be willing to have their children live with the consequences of that failure? Or is that reserved exclusively for the children of the state of Israel? And the final question that I ask is this: when championing the two-state solution, are you truly, truly calling for the establishment of a free, independent, sovereign, viable state for the Palestinian Arabs, or are you calling for a sub-state? And if the answer to all five of those questions is not a resounding yes, if you're not calling for a state where any Palestinian can grow up with the aspiration to become president, if the answer to all five of those questions is not a resounding yes, I humbly suggest that you must move on to another solution, because it's inappropriate, of course, to impose upon the people of Israel a standard that no other people would be asked to accept. We have commended a viable solution. It's imperfect, it needs to be refined, it's a start. If you work with us and you hear about it and you continue to learn about it, I assure you we will be moving towards refinement of that. We're a very, very capable team here. I feel humbled to be able to sit in the company of all of them. I again distinguish our principal for being here with us and the team that he has helped us to put together, and all of the individuals on this side of the podium. Thank you again to the president of our organization and to our team, and we look forward to continuing the dialogue and are adjourned. Thank you very much.